My brothers and sisters, greetings. Last Sunday, we heard how Jesus fed the crowd in a miraculous way and how the people wanted to make him a king. Today's gospel is something of a surprise in that we hear how the crowd challenged him to give them a sign in order for them to believe in him. They believe they believe in him enough to want him for their king. But now they seem to take a different attitude toward Jesus. It doesn't seem to make sense. We know crowds can be erratic and fickle, but there is more to the story than this. What's going on here is that Jesus wanted to make him on his terms, while the people were willing to take Jesus on their terms, but not on his. To explain this is that the people were approaching Jesus on a material, worldly level. Jesus said, "You are looking for me not because you saw signs, but because you ate the loaves." It wasn't just a free fish dinner they were seeking. They wanted a king to free them from the power of Rome and to establish their independence. Jesus was trying to lift their thinking from a worldly material level to a more spiritual level. He told them that he fed them as a sign that he wanted to feed them with bread that comes from heaven, from God himself, bread that would nourish them for eternal life, bread that would nourish them, my brothers and sisters, forever. But Jesus said that they didn't see the meaning of the sign that he had worked. The point of the story is that Jesus had in mind something more than ordinary food. This Sunday, the scene shifts from the shore of the Sea of Galilee, where Jesus worked the miracle, to the synagogue at Capernaum, where Jesus preaches a sermon on the Eucharist. Jesus began the sermon by calling for faith in himself, the one whom God has sent into the world. Such faith is necessary since accepting the Eucharist depends entirely on the word of Jesus. On the third Sunday, the sermon continues. In this part of the sermon, Jesus makes a transition from faith in himself to faith in his gift of the Eucharist. The one faith must lead to the other. And on the fourth Sunday, Jesus clearly and without any equivocation proclaims his doctrine. He declares in no uncertain terms, "The bread that I will give is my flesh for the life of the world." After a negative reaction of the crowd, he speaks even more emphatically, "My flesh is real food, and my food is real drink, and my blood is real drink." St. John tells us that many of his disciples broke away and would not remain in his company any longer. Even the apostles had to make up their minds. Jesus asked them, "Do you want to leave me too?" Peter answered, "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. Let's try to read the entire sixth chapter of John in one setting. That will help you to appreciate the doctrine of the Eucharist, which the liturgy will unfold for us over the next 3 Sundays. May God bless you.